game. Okay, I think I have everything set up. Testing 1 2 1 2. Cool. Okay, here's everybody. So tonight I'm going to be starting Nancy Drew, The Curse of Blackmoor Manor.
That didact has to be stopped. If you won't do that, I will.
I just love that. Thank you, Christy. Actually, Anne, hey, welcome to stream. I'm glad you can make it. Alright, so you all want to see something? Black Rose, hey, welcome to stream. I'm glad you can make it. Okay, so you all see how the lighting is, right? You all see how it is and how it's bright. You know, it's a good bright. You know, so here's what it looks like if I can read. Oh, that's not even right. Okay, now that's gonna bug me having a little pole stick thing. Okay, here is what it looks like without my studio lights on. And there we go. I love these studio lights. So yeah, thought that'd be kind of cool to see how dark it is in this room. Without these on. So every time I'm streaming, I turn them off. I'm like, whoa, my eyes have to adjust because like I'm so used to these being on now. Anyway, who's ready to start playing Nancy Drew, The Curse of Blackmoor Manor? Full screen, let's go computer. There we go. Hey, look, I can see me. See, I can see me. That's cool. Oh, wait. I remember what I wanted to do now. What did I want to do? I wanted to do something. I want to turn the, game up and myself. Let me know how that sounds. I want it to be to where, I mean, this it is for me. I have to actually turn my volume up all the way on my computer for me to hear the game and myself in my stream. So I want to have it to where people don't have to do that. You know, so, you know, because you don't know at a random part I'm going to scream or I'm going to start laughing at something or, you know, something like that. And if you all have been watching my streams, you all know I have screamed quite a few times. The deadly device comes to mind. But anyway, yeah, so let me know how this sounds. You know, I don't want people to have to break their computers. I want to say amps. Amps, that's the only thing I could think of. Yeah, speakers, there we go. Speakers. To have to be able to hear me or the game. So let's see how it sounds. It's like ridiculously loud for me. Turn my volume down. Alright, let's see how this sounds.
Welcome to my latest case, The Curse of Blackmoor Manor. To start, choose Junior or Senior Detective. If you're new to adventure games or need some help, choose Gameplay Overview.
Junior.
Dear Ned, greetings from jolly old England. Although right now I'm not so sure about the jolly part. That's because I'm on my way to Blackmoor Manor, where the daughter of one of our neighbors is living. The daughter, whose name is Linda, recently married Hugh Pendleton, a British diplomat. Hugh travels a lot, so the only people at the manor with Linda are Hugh's aunt, Mrs. Drake, and Hugh's 12-year-old daughter, Jane. The thing is, ever since Linda moved into the manor, her health has gone downhill. She's practically bedridden, and no one seems to know why. Her mother is convinced something is terribly wrong and wants me to find out what. So here I am, about to be dropped off at a huge centuries-old mansion in the middle of a dark, foggy moor. I can't tell whether the butterflies in my stomach are because I'm excited or just a tad creeped out. Talk to you soon. I hope. Nancy.
Night, miss. Night, miss. And good luck.
You don't want to send somebody a letter with saying, talk to you soon, I hope. You know, it's like, they need to be like scared out of their minds until they either A, contacted you, or B, till you got back. What the heck is going on? Here we go.
Who's there? Hello? There's something out there!
Where, child?
Over there! I mean, something was out there.
Come in. I'm Mrs. Drake. I take it you are Nancy Drew?
Yes, and I really did see something, Mrs. Drake. I heard something, too.
Oh, people are always seeing and hearing things on the moor at night, especially you Americans. Why don't you just go on up to your room? It's the one with the moon on the door.
Gee, thanks.
I'd like to see Linda, if I could.
I'm afraid Linda is, not quite ready to meet with you just now. But please, come see me after you've unpacked. I'll be in the conservatory.
All right, thank you.
The stream is stuck, so I refreshed, and then it's just messing up now. Plus, there's I hope it's not messing up now. I had to refresh, and then I hate that. I haven't played this in a long time.
John Pendleton.
In a faraway place beside a pond since gone dry, there lived a frog named Grinny. Grinny was content to live by himself and never ventured into the pond, for back then it was a fearsome place full of crocodiles that lurked beneath the surface, just waiting for a tasty little morsel like Grinny to swim by. But one day, a beautiful princess appeared on the other side of the pond. Like Grinny, she was by herself, for she had been unfairly banished from her father's kingdom. Sometimes at night, Grinny could hear her singing sad songs and talking to herself out of loneliness. He longed to swim across the pond so they could keep each other company, but he knew the crocodiles would eat him if he tried. So So he sat on the shore, croaking mournfully in the moonlight all alone. This is sad. Then one day, a kind-hearted water fairy appeared in the mist above the swamp that surrounded the pond and told Grinny that she would help him cross the pond so that he and the princess could be together. How? Grinny asked. I cannot swim across, for the crocodiles are fast and fierce, and I've eaten more friends and relatives than I dare to count. Oh. You will not have to swim, the water fairy replied, for I shall make a path for you. And don't forget, the crocodiles tend to hide in the middle of the pond and near trees, and they hate boats. Oh, whoops. With that, a lily pad suddenly appeared on the pond in front of Grinny. Although he was still afraid, he summoned his courage and hopped onto it. Then another lily pad appeared, and after that, another, then another. Grinny leapt from one to the next, his tiny heart pounding in his chest. Until, at long last, he leapt from the last lily pad onto the dock where the princess sat. She was delighted to see the little frog, and when she realized that Grinny had made the perilous journey across the pond just to be with her, she smiled for the first time since her banishment. So grateful was she for Grinny's company that she gave the water fairy a gift, a bright red key, which the water fairy soon put to use. And all three lived happily ever after. That was sad, then it got good. Okay, yeah, I see that the game's frozen. It's stupid.
Wonder what goes there.
That's weird. I wish there's a way I could have, like, awesome internet where, like, it doesn't lag at all.
A tripod. For a camera, maybe?
I'm checking, my walkthrough, hold on. Check the internet for stuff. Okay, now we gotta go talk to Mrs. Tree.
Oh, Ethel, do I have to learn this?
Yes, I'm afraid you do.
If I do well, can we play a game?
Yes, but only in French.
Oh.
Oh, forget it. Stay in Italy as long as you want, then. Some kind of husband you're proving to be. It's not all in my head. Don't bother.
Dang.
All settled in? Good. I'm happy that you're visiting Linda, but I know how much you teenagers like your televisions and loud stereos, so I must insist that you act respectfully and civilly while you stay with us. Since my nephew Hugh is away on business, I am in charge of this household. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, it's noise. Hugh's daughter Jane is staying with us and would very much like to meet you, but please try not to distract her. She has her studies and mustn't be disturbed during her lessons.
Is anyone else staying here?
We do not have any permanent house staff, if that's what you mean. The Penvillans have always been self-reliant. We get on quite well without being continuously mollycoddled by a squadron of insipid, gossiping ne'er-do-wells. Now, we do have two other house guests. Are Mr. Nigel Mukherjee, who is researching the Penvillan family history in the library, and Ethel Bossany, Jane's tutor.
Do you know what's wrong with Linda?
Oh, Linda simply needs some time to adjust to her new living situation. England is not the United States. We do things differently, or should I say properly, here. The doctor believes it's just a case of nerves.
Her mother told me she refuses to let anyone see her. Is that true?
I don't know, and the doctors don't know. No one seems to know anything. All I've been told is that Linda is unwell, and that in her stead, I must look after matters. Now, please, I really do not have time to entertain you. You may have the run of the house, but do not break anything, and refrain from mucking about with items that aren't yours. 2 rules Jane seems incapable of following. And before I forget, our kitchen is being remodeled, so our dining situation is rather unorthodox. I've made arrangements with a local restaurant to deliver meals to us. There should be a programmed number for them on the phone in your room. Feel free to order whatever you'd like.
I'm concerned about that thing I saw outside.
It was purely your imagination, unless you saw a stray dog. But I will not countenance any histrionics about this issue. We have enough to worry about with Linda. And please do not get any ideas about going outside to investigate. I do not want you tracking mud all over this house.
Goodbye.
The pleasure is all mine, child.
Do you have allergies, Mrs. Drake?
Oh, yes. Hay fever. Although I'm not at all sure what's worse, my allergies or that medication. It makes me feel as if I'm about to float right out of my shoes.
So, how's everybody doing tonight?
Who's hungry? Who's ready for some nummies?
Did you say something, Mrs. Drake?
Not to you, dear.
That's not weird.
Looks like John Pendleton may have developed some of the plants that are in here himself.
Yeah, it's frozen for me, guys.
You have reached the Petrovs. No one can come to the phone right now. Feel free to either leave a message or call back. Thank you.
Hello, Mrs. Petroff. It's Nancy Drew. I just arrived at Blackmoor Manor. Why don't you give me a call when you get the chance? Bye.
One second.
This is not a good time.
talk to her yet. Okay, guys, it seemed to have worked. Okay, I'm doing okay. I have a slight headache, so that kind of bites, but... Let's go see if we can talk to Linda.
Linda? Hi, it's me, Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew, our friendly neighborhood detective. Well, welcome to Blackmoor Manor. I apologize for greeting you under such unusual circumstances.
And I'm sorry to have to bother someone in your condition.
My condition? What's my mother told you? What her son-in-law keeps telling me? That it's all in my head? That I'm just an unhappy new bride? That I just need time to adjust? I'm tired all the time, my mouth is dry, my vision is blurry. But that's not important. Here's what's important, Nancy. There are some doors that should never be opened. There are some doors that hold secrets which must never be known. That's everything you need to know. Now if...
Mummy, can I come in?
No, you're supposed to be in your lessons.
Lessons are over. I want to meet Nancy.
I said no, Jane.
Okay.
Aw.
That was my stepdaughter. She can be such a pest sometimes. Anyway, I understand you feel an obligation to my mother, but trust me, there's nothing you can do. You're welcome to stay, but I strongly recommend that you go home as soon as possible.
I can't go home empty-handed. It might jeopardize my ace detective status. Linda? Okay, I'll let you rest. But I'll be back. I'm here for you if you need me.
Okay, is it all okay for you now?
Hi! You must be Nancy. I'm so pleased you're here. I'm Jane. I know you've come to visit my stepmom, but I'd love it if you could pop by whenever you get the chance. Oh, we'll have such fun. Let's play a game.
Not right now. Maybe later. I'd like to ask some questions first.
Sure, what do you want to know? About Mummy? I mean, Linda. I do hope you'll help. She's been a bit out of sorts lately.
Do you know why she doesn't want to be seen?
I think maybe it's because of the lady in black. I was playing in Mummy's room when she wasn't there, and when I looked up, there was a lady all dressed in black putting something on Mummy's nightstand.
Did you recognize the woman?
I couldn't see her face because she wore a cape with a hood. The lady put a note on Mummy's nightstand, but I didn't read it. That's when Mummy started feeling poorly. I don't want to think about that. Let's play a game. It will cheer me up.
Sure. What would you like to play?
Look inside the chest over there and pick a game. My great aunt said it's a hope chest, so I put my games in there in the hope someone would come over to play. We can play Bull, Constellation Match, Petroglyph Punch, Skull and Bones, and I also have a jigsaw puzzle.
You sure have a lot of games.
I love games. I want to make computer games when I grow up.
Can I try the jigsaw puzzle?
Let's see how quick your reflexes are. I'll time you. On your mark, get set, go! Five minutes. minutes.
Yay. I'm glad.
Three minutes.
Go in.
There.
Good job.
Have you ever seen anything strange outside?
Once I saw my Uncle Roger's toupee fly off during a windstorm. Talk about freaky.
I mean, have you seen a strange animal outside?
No, but I have heard weird noises like this. Howling. But not like a dog howling, more like something human. I don't want to think about that. It's scary enough having to live in this gloomy place.
The lady in black you saw in Linda's room, did she look like anyone you know?
Like I said before, I couldn't really see her face, but she was kind of dressed like the lady in the Great Hall.
Which lady?
Eleanor. I know it sounds weird, that's why I didn't want to tell anyone. It's too creepy. Sometimes wonder if I just dreamed it all up. Mrs. Drake is always saying I have a rampant imagination.
I should get going.
Ta-ta!
I thought she was gonna keep going.
I used that to make cakes for Lulu the parrot. That's why the ingredients are so nasty. Like I would eat mealworms.
Oh. That's gross.
Who's this?
That's my mum, my real mum. She's an opera singer. It's not like she's famous or anything, but she does live in Paris.
Oh, Skull and Bones. I like it. It's not my favorite. I mean, it's kind of like Goldfish. Or it is Goldfish. But...
What is this book?
Don't know really. Ethel gave it to me. She said it belonged to my grandfather. Do you think Brady Armstrong is cute?
Each of those cups seems to be associated with a Roman numeral.
That was written by Charles Pemberlin way back in like the 1500s. When I read it, it seemed really familiar, you know?
You had a guinea pig?
Yes, but it died.
When?
I don't know. I'd really rather not think about it, all right?
What is it? You get a Easter egg or something if you do this 10 times? 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. I got an Easter egg!
Looks like you're learning some interesting stuff.
Bet you wouldn't say that if you were the one who had to learn it.
Bishop Pinvlin. One second, guys. Gosh, that's a lot.
I totally love that show. Isn't Brady Armstrong so dreamy? Total hottie.
Wow. Yeah, and you can tell that she thinks that because she drew little big hearts.
Oh, you startled me. You must be Nancy. I'm Jane's tutor, Ethel. How do you do? Jane is very excited you're visiting. You're all she's talked about for the past week.
Wow, I feel so embarrassed. I didn't think I'd have a fan club all the way over here.
Yes, well, I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a rush. I need to go over some things with Jane.
Oh, I guess I'll be going then.
It was a pleasure meeting you, Nancy. Our paths will cross again, I'm sure.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna step out for just a second. I gotta do something real quick. I'll be right back in just a minute. Hello, I'm back. There we go. Okay. Back to the game, everybody. Let's go down to the library. Or we
There
can get
goes
our
my
phone.
cell phone.
We can get our phone.
Hello?
Hi, Nancy. It's Mrs. Petrov. How is everything? Have you seen Linda yet?
Literally speaking, no, but I did talk to her. Not that she told me anything.
I'm just about at my wit's end. I've never known her to act like this. The last doctor that examined her said that aside from a little dry skin, which is not unusual for her, she was perfectly fine.
Why is she hiding behind that curtain?
I have no idea. When I was out there last week, I got fed up and pulled the curtain back. She threw a fit, but otherwise she looked absolutely normal. A little pale, perhaps, but who wouldn't be pale, cooped up like that? Something has changed her. Something in that house. Hugh is just as bewildered and upset by her behavior as I am. Please get to the bottom of this, Nancy. You're our last hope.
Where is Hugh?
He was called to Rome. As a diplomat, he's always being called out of the country without warning and without any say in the matter. He'd much rather be there with Linda, although...
Although what?
It's just that Hugh said it hasn't been very easy for him to talk to her lately. Whenever he calls, which is at least once a day, Linda always seems to fly off the handle for no reason, which doesn't make sense. Linda has always been extremely level-headed and even-tempered. She never gets angry. At least she didn't used to.
Who exactly is Mrs. Drake?
She's Hugh's aunt. She's taken care of Blackmoor Manor ever since her brother died. He was Hugh's father. She's a bit of a character.
I noticed.
The way she spends all her time in that conservatory, slouching around, trowel in hand, murmuring to herself. You'd think she was burying something. Or somebody.
Goodbye, Mrs. Petrov.
Goodbye, Nancy. Oh, one more thing. My niece is on call and her husband's out of town, and I told her I'd go over there and babysit if she had to work. So if you call and I don't answer, that's why. Bye.
Okay, now let's go back to the library. I want a library like this. It's not fair.
Ah, yes. Are you here from the agency? It's about time.
Agency?
Oh, dear. You're not the typist from the spiffy specialty agency, are you? Well, how do you do? I'm Nigel Mukherjee.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Nancy Drew. Are you visiting Blackmoor Manor?
I'm researching the Penvillen family, and Mrs. Drake has graciously opened the library for me. Nothing much has been written about the Penvillens. Until now.
Why do you think that is?
It might have something to do with their scandalous history. Or perhaps it has something to do with the family treasure.
Family treasure?
For centuries, the Penvillens have been very secretive. Some believe they're protectors of a fabulous treasure, or of some dark secret. There are several skeletons rattling about in the Penvillen closet. Take, for example, Eleanor Penvillen, tried and convicted of witchcraft in 1650, quite the height of the witch trials here in Essex. It was rumored that Cromwell arranged the conviction.
Cromwell?
Oliver Cromwell? Ironsides? I suppose they don't teach history any longer in the U.S. Lady Penvillen was a rather vocal critic of Cromwell's policies and helped many of his enemies flee the country. Whether she actually was a practitioner of witchcraft is unknown, although many visitors to the manor during her tenure reported hearing strange, ghostly bells. Some even saw phantom hands floating about the manor, tolling their charmed chimes.
Trish, hey, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. And Casey, what are you doing? My dog is being weird. Just get comfy. They're just trying to find a place to lay down. Sit. Good girl. There we go.
You mentioned some kind of scandal with the Penvillen family?
Well, having a family member burned as a witch can hardly be considered a mark of pride, I dare say. And then there's the whole business with the Blackmoor beast.
Blackmoor beast?
It's a story that's been told for generations out here. During the 1600s, many of the villagers reported seeing a strange beast with red eyes and giant fangs prowling the moors. They asked the mistress of Blackmoor Manor, Eleanor Penvellyn, to put a bounty on the beast's head. But, oddly enough, she not only refused, she forbade anyone from hunting the creature. It was rumored that the beast was Eleanor's husband, whom she had cursed for finding out too much about the Penvellyn secret.
I was shaking my head because she was dangerously getting off my kind of like a beanbag chair, and I was like, "This is not gonna end well." Oh, forgot my memory. Right, there we go. There we go. Can you see? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna do something for her real quick. Be right back. Your luck is not hearing me. Casey. Nope, wrong one. Didn't work. Okay, there we go. I hate OBS Studio only for one thing. It's the streaming software I'm using. I hate it because for me to go from you all seeing just me to being like this, I have to have like a segue, basically, you know. It's like me, something else that doesn't have me shown, and then this, and then go back to just being just you all seeing me. I gotta do it in reverse. So fun. Anyway, back to the game.
When I was walking up to the house, I saw something with red eyes that called out to me.
Really? How extraordinary. Are you sure it wasn't just jet lag?
Positive, and I heard it make this kind of growling sound.
Perhaps it was the cursed husband of Eleanor Penvellyn, prowling about the moors in search of lost Yanks.
Very funny. Who are all those paintings of in the Great Hall?
Those are the Penvellyns who owned Blackmoor Manor at one time or another.
Have you seen any ruins anywhere in the manor?
You mean like Norse runes? No, I haven't. I don't really know much about them anyway. Dead languages aren't really my bag, you know.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Farewell. Fascinating piece, isn't it? James Penvellyn sculpted it in 1591, although it appears that wand was added at a later date. He was quite a flamboyant figure and never married, but one day, a child appeared quite mysteriously in the castle, and he took her in as his own. That was Eleanor, and many of the townfolk believed her to be a changeling or fairy baby.
Do you mind if I use this computer?
No, not at all. But it's very old. Feel free to use mine if I'm not here.
Who's Alan?
Alan Penvellin was a noted researcher in computers and languages. Jane let me into his computer, but there was nothing much of interest on it.
What's the password?
I'm not sure.
Gee, thanks, dude.
Achoo!
À tes souhaits.
Merci.
That was French, I think. Merci is French. So we gotta get back up to talk to Jane. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm so sorry to pause again. I'll be right back, I promise. Hey guys. Sorry. Okay. So dang it! Whoops. Okay. Sorry guys. Sorry I'm late. Not late, I'm keep stopping. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the game. Talking to Jane about the password.
Hi, Nancy.
Turn this up now.
Do you think there's a treasure hidden around here?
I highly doubt it. I mean, if there were, wouldn't someone have already found it? When I asked Ethel about it, she said that it's the Penville name and heritage that should be treasured. Blech.
Do you know what the password is for the computer in the library?
Yes, but I won't tell. Not unless you beat me at Skull and Bones. My friend Hugo bought this for me. It's like Go Fish, but you have to collect 3 of a kind of weird things like zombies and ghosts. You go first.
I sent a text to the wrong person, that's why I just started laughing. Just a minute ago. I was texting somebody and sent it to the wrong person.
Do you have any coffins?
Sorry. Do you have any zombies?
You're going to have to go dig. Do you have any skulls?
Dig. Any bones?
Get out your shovel. Do you have any ghosts?
Sorry. Any bones?
Afraid not. Do you have any spiders?
Here you go.
Do you have any spiders?
Go dig. Do you have any zombies?
You're going to have to go dig. Do you have any witches?
Here you go.
I got a match. Do you have any skulls?
Here you go.
I got a match. Do you have any tombstones?
Go dig. Do you have any zombies?
You're going to have to go dig. Do you have any haunted houses?
Here you go.
I got a match. Do you have any ghosts?
Go dig. Do you have any coffins?
All yours.
Any bones?
Go dig. Do you have any zombies?
Here you go.
Do you have any spiders?
Go dig.
I got a match.
Any bones?
You're going to have to go dig. Do you have any ghosts?
Dig. Tombstones?
All yours. A match? You're doing great.
Any bones?
Afraid not. You got a match. Good for you. Do you have any spiders?
Sorry.
I got a match.
Do you have any coffins?
Sorry. You got a match. Good for you.
Jane's?
Do you have any ghosts?
Sorry. Do you have any coffins?
All yours. A match? You're doing great.
Would you happen to have any ghosts?
My game is quit.
I win.
You won. Good job. Okay, the password for my grandfather's computer is on his coat of arms, plain as day.
I should get going.
Au revoir.
Okay.
Achoo!
Viewed the door off.
Spasiba.
Okay. So, okay, I'm not gonna do that yet.
Wonder what happened in there.
Hey.
A carnivorous plant. Cool. That's probably not a good idea. Ah!
Yes?
The picture book in Jane's room. Do you know much about its history?
My brother Alan found it somewhere in the house. He was quite fascinated by it, but he'd never let me look at it.
What was your brother Alan like?
He was quite remarkable. He taught linguistics and computer science and won many prestigious awards. He loved games, especially pranks, and was forever tinkering with this and that. I do miss him sometimes, but now he's gone. He died a month after my husband passed away, and ever since I've been here all alone. Until Hugh came back from the United States, that is.
Goodbye.
The pleasure is all mine, child.
I have no idea. I started to learn Latin in school. Then I kind of stopped. Latin was... Okay, so...
I'm sorry to bother you again, but Jane told me about the lady in black.
What lady in black? Jane never said anything to me about a lady in black. That kid is so weird. I just don't get her.
She seems very concerned about you.
Yes, I know. I just don't know how to be a stepmother to her. She's just so... strange. Look, just forget about me. You can't help me, and that's that. I'm sorry.
Linda, you have to give me a chance. Everyone is so worried about you. If you just tell me what's happened, maybe I could help. Linda? I made a promise to your mother and I plan to keep it. I'm here for you when you need me.
I'm kind of stuck now about what to do.
Hi, Nancy.
I should get going.
Toodles.
Okay, let's go.
I need the key. it's just a parrot.
Scared ya?
No, you didn't.
Did you? Did you?
What's your name?
Lolo, 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 Lolo.
Okay, I get the point. Lulu.
Lolo, 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 Lolo.
Do you by any chance know Latin?
Quiste rogavit, bene vidi vici, semper ubi sub ubi, morituri status.
I'll take that as a yes. Would you mind translating something for me?
Fire away.
Age pro veribus.
In all that you do your best.
Bye, bird.
Ale, bye-bye.
Okay, anybody else know what to do here? I'm gonna call Hugh. That's one thing I need to do.
Hugh Penvillin here.
Hello, Mr. Penvillin. This is Nancy Drew. I'm the one who's visiting Linda. You know, from the United States, across the pond.
Yes, of course. Are you at Blackmoor?
Yes, I am, and I've talked to Linda.
Good for you, because frankly, that's something I've been quite unable to do lately. These temper tantrums of hers make rational discourse well nigh impossible.
She gets angry for no reason?
Absolutely none. We'll be talking on the phone about the weather or Jane's lessons or something equally innocuous, and suddenly she'll be bellowing at me and slamming the phone down.
Are you sure you didn't inadvertently say something, you know, argumentative?
I promise you, these rages of hers are totally uncalled for and quite unbearable. I love her dearly, but she's making things very difficult.
I understand that Mrs. Drake is your aunt?
Yes, Aunt Letitia. We're not very close, however. She's always been rather aloof, much more interested in being a Penvillin than a person, if you know what I mean.
Does Linda get along with her?
As far as I know, yes, although I have caught my aunt eyeing Linda strangely at times. And of course there's the 6-month habitation clause.
The what?
According to the Penvillin rules of inheritance, the spouse of Blackmoor Manor's current owner, that would be Linda since I'm the current owner, the spouse of the current owner must reside in the manor for at least 6 months. Should she or he leave the manor before 6 months is up, ownership of one half of the estate immediately passes to the next legal heir.
And that would be Mrs. Drake.
Correct.
I met your daughter Jane.
Quite the bundle of energy, isn't she?
I get the feeling that she's a little lonely.
I'm sure she is, what with a private tutor instead of school, and Linda being under the weather. And coming back to Blackmoor no doubt reminds her of her real mother. Renee and I were divorced almost 2 years ago. Jane went into a bit of a tailspin for a while, but she's come to adore Linda. She's been calling her Mummy since the day we were married.
It was nice talking to you.
Dang it, no!
This is an extremely busy time for me, so I apologize in advance if you call and I'm unavailable.
I understand.
Good. Cheerio. Hugh Penvillin.
Hello, Mr. Penvillin. It's Nancy Drew again.
Yes, good to hear from you. I am a bit pressed for time, however.
Have you spent much time on your father's computer? The one that's in the library?
I dare say I've never touched it. Mathematics, computer science, linguistics, all the things that fascinated my scholarly father bored me to tears. He gave up on me quite early on. With Jane, however, it was a different story.
What do you mean?
From the day she was born, my father doted on her, far more than he ever doted on me. Read to her, bought her books, games. Truth be told, I was a bit jealous. He passed away when she was still a toddler, so it's unlikely she remembers all the attention he showered on her. But I do, and I still find it so out of character as to be mystifying.
It was nice talking to you.
Do keep me posted.
Yeah, I think I do remember Miss Jake telling you something about it.
Boar's Head Pub, this is Tommy.
Hi, this is Nancy Drew. I'm supposed to call you if I want some food.
Right, right. Nancy Drew, out at the old Blackmoor Manor, are you? Coo, you must be Hank Marvin up there. Pity about your kitchen, but we'll fix you up for some Vexin posh. Just tell me what you'd like.
Okay. What do you have?
We've got some loop-de-loop, bangers and mash, a real fine pinky and perky, and a delicious dog's eye, me fork and knife, just rubber-ducked. Hello?
Could you repeat that?
Sure, we've got some loop-de-loop, bangers and mash, pinky and perky, and a dog's eye, and they're all Robin Hood.
I'd like some Pinky and Perky, please.
Good choice. Uncle Fred and Johnny Rudder?
Okay.
All right then. We'll come round and leave it at your Rory. Oh, and we've got no hot potato about, so it may take a bit, but we'll have it up to you in no time. Fish and taters.
I need the key.
I'm doing fine. Allison?
The key fits, but it won't turn. I need to put some kind of grease in there first.
Talk to you, Mrs. Drake.
Yes?
I spoke with Mr. Tucker at the Boar's Head pub, but frankly, I'm not at all sure what he said.
Yes, his language is quite colourful, isn't it? He's Cockney, you see. My brother Alan and I loved to make up Cockney rhymes when we were young. We'd drive our governess quite batty. Haven't got a pot of glue, haven't got a pot of glue. Ha! How we teased her.
Pot of glue?
A clue, dear. Haven't got a clue. Rhymes with glue, you see.
Can you tell me about Lulu?
Lulu is a very old parrot.
It's a female.
She must be over 80 years old. Please be very careful with her, especially if you feed her. Parrots have quite delicate constitutions, you know.
Goodbye.
Good evening.
Welcome, my adventurous friend. Don't tell my sister, but there are ghosts in Blackmoor Manor. 13 of them to be exact. The problem is they're very shy, so they only come out when it's very late at night, usually just after midnight, and even then they only show up in quiet places, like the Great Hall, and the hallways and the conservatory. What's worse, they'll only come out for a very short period of time. But if you can find and touch all 13 ghosts in the time you're allotted, come back here and I'll give you a prize, one which I guarantee you'll enjoy. So who's ready to go on a ghost hunt? Oh dear, my watch tells me that the ghosts are not likely to show up right now. Come back between midnight and 4 a.m. Farewell till then.
So now I need to go upstairs and change the time. So we're gonna do a ghost hunt.
That must be the food I ordered. Looks like Pinky and Perky is turkey. I knew that. This smells delicious.
Yeah, sure, let's keep a random piece of turkey. Why not?
I can use my Johnny Rudder to grease up that lock outside Jane's room.
I did not change the time yet. No, library. Oh, wait. I've never heard of that song. Sorry.
So who's ready to go on a ghost hunt? Remember, you mustn't waste any time. Our little chums won't stay visible for long. So, on your mark, get set, go!
Got one. Three down, 10 to go.
Upstairs.
10 down, 3 to go. She's probably sleeping.
Tell me what the last one is.
I'd better stay inside. If I track mud in the house, Mrs. Drake'll kill me.
Turn, Nancy, come on. Where's the last one at? Guys, I gotta, want something to one of my family members just for a second. I'll be right back. Dang it, I did it again. Alright, guys, sorry. Had to run something down to my dad. Alright, where's the last one? I don't get it. Guys, where's the last ghost at? Alright, hold on. Let me look at my thing. Not finding where it is.
This must be Mrs. Drake's room.
Time has come.
I can't find it.
For closing book.
Sorry, time's up. Looks like you weren't quite fast enough for our bashful little friends. Better luck next time. Farewell till then.
Aw.
So who's ready to go on a ghost hunt?
Not me.
Remember, you mustn't waste any time. Our little chums won't stay visible for long. So, on your mark, get set, go!
Got one.
One. Two.
3 down, 10 to go.
4. 5. 6. 7. Guys, what am I missing?
Ten down, 3 to go.
No idea what this is.
There, ghost
There
number
we go.
13.
Got it.
Congratulations! You're one of the few people who have seen the 13 ghosts of Blackmoor Manor. As a reward, I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
When you are facing the green dragon, look to the left and pull below the vase with the tree.
But a word to the wise, if you're wearing a hat, hang on to it. Have fun!
That's it.
She's probably sleeping.
I'll set my alarm to 6 a.m.
What is that? Maybe I'd better have a look around.
That's not creepy. Nothing there. No, probably just the wind.
What's that?
With her eyes so bright, looks toward heaven at midnight. On the longest night of year, that's the one she holds most dear. Story friend, she's often heard to say, how I wish that I could make you stay. She knows though they can't remain, time will bring them round again.
Hi, Linda.
Nancy? I can't believe you're still here. I thought for sure that maybe you can help me.
I know I can help you. Just tell me what's wrong.
I haven't told anyone what I'm about to tell you. Mostly because what happened is all my fault. I should have listened, but I didn't.
What's all your fault?
One day after Hugh left for Rome, I inadvertently discovered a secret passageway. I started to explore it. And pretty soon I found this really old-looking message etched into the wall. When I read it, I realized it was some kind of ancient curse. I tried to laugh it off, but it was kind of unnerving. So I went back to my room and found a note on my nightstand. And on it was written the exact same curse. That very night, I started to feel strange. The curse has been coming true ever since.
Did anyone see you go into the passageway?
No, no one. You see, I'd been warned not to go poking around. By Hugh, Mrs. Drake, Ethel. They all said the manor is old and dangerously decayed, so I made sure no one was watching. And even if someone did see me in the passageway, I went directly to my room afterwards. How could someone write down the exact same curse and get it into my room before I came back? No, something else did this. Something not human.
I'm sorry, if it was dangerously decaying, why are they staying in there?
Can you tell me what this curse said?
I burned it as soon as I read it. I don't know why I bothered telling you this. You can't do anything for me. I should have listened, but I didn't, and now what's done is done.
Tell me about the secret passageway you found.
No. I've already sealed my own doom. I won't do the same to you. I'm not going to tell you anything.
How well do you get along with Jane?
I've been giving it the old college try, believe me. But she can just be so strange sometimes.
How so?
She'll just do the oddest things. Like one night just after Hugh left, she came into my room and insisted I read a book to her.
That doesn't sound very odd to me.
The book was on monsters, vampires and werewolves and witches. I mean, what kind of little girl reads books like that? She fits right into this house, that's for sure.
I'll see you soon.
Please.
Brigitte, with her eyes so bright, looks toward heaven at mid.
Okay. Okay, now to talk to Jane.
Brigitte, with her
Okay,
eyes
guess not.
so bright, looks toward heaven at midnight on the longest. Hi, Nancy.
There we go.
Do you know of any secret passageways in the manor?
I found one, but all it did was lead to this funny picture.
Do you think you could show me where the passageway is?
Wouldn't you rather play a game with me? I'm so bored.
If I play a game with you, will you tell me where the secret passageway is?
Okay. I got this
Oh,
at
no.
this really neat museum in the States. It's supposed to be an original Maya game, but don't worry. You don't have to, like, kill people or take their hearts out or anything. It's really easy to play. You roll the corn and move your warrior the number of dots on the corn. If no dots, then you get to move 5 spaces. You get 2 turns, but you can pass on your second turn. You just keep on going down this track, and you can capture my person if you land on him. Whoever gets all the warriors wins. I'll be blue. Here we go.
Yay.
You can go.
Your turn. Oh no.
Yay.
You can go.
Pass. Oh
Yes.
no.
Your turn.
Pass.
Dang it.
You can go.
Pass.
Your turn.
Pass.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Come on.
You can go.
Pass.
Dang it.
Your turn.
Pass.
Dang it.
Your turn.
Pass.
Actually, Mrs. Drake said that Lulu is a female.
You can go.
You can go.
Dang it.
You can go.
You can go.
It's fine.
All right.
Yes.
You can go.
Dang it.
Another warrior bites the dust.
You can go.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Dang it.
Sorry.
I pass.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Dang it.
Pass.
I pass.
You can go.
You can go.
You can go.
Your turn.
Come on.
You can go.
You can go.
Pass.
Your turn.
You can go.
I pass.
Pass.
You can go.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Pass.
You can go.
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 This is annoying.
Pass.
You can go.
Sorry.
I hate this.
You can go.
Ha!
Darn.
Too bad. You lose.
Seriously.
Do you want to play a game?
Sure.
Here we go.
Your turn.
Pass.
Your turn.
Pass.
You can go.
You can go.
Your turn.
Pass.
You can go.
You can go.
You can go.
Another warrior bites the dust.
You can go.
Pass.
Your turn.
You can go.
Your turn.
Pass.
You can go.
Your turn.
You can go.
Another warrior bites the dust.
You can go.
Pass.
Your turn.
Pass.
Your turn.
Pass.
Your turn.
Pass.
Your turn.
Seriously?
Oopsie.
Heck.
You can go.
Pass.
Your turn.
You can go.
Yes.
Rats.
You can go.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Come on.
Pass.
Your turn.
Of course.
Sorry. I won. Too bad. You lose. Do you want to play a game?
Sure.
Here we go.
I actually forgot why I kept playing this for a second. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get the sacred passage.
You can go.
Pass. Rats.
You can go.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Your turn.
I pass.
You can go.
Your turn.
Your turn.
You can go.
You can go.
Your turn.
Pass.
Your turn.
You can go.
You can go.
This is really aggravating.
You can go. Rats.
I pass.
You can go.
You can go.
Pass.
You can go.
Your turn.
You can go.
Pass.
Dang it.
You can go.
Your turn.
You can go.
Pass.
Your turn.
Pass.
You can go.
Pass.
Right? And, Secret of the Scarlet Hand.
All right. I pass.
Your turn. Oh
Yes.
no, not fair. Okay, I found the secret passageway in the East Hall. That's the hall with the coat of arms on the door. But it's not a very exciting secret passageway. You're going to be totally bored. Wouldn't you rather play a game with me instead?
The East Hall is locked. Do you know how I can get in it?
My great aunt took the key. She probably thought I'd break something in there. But I found another one. Here, you can keep it if you want.
Have you ever heard anything strange at night that sounds like chanting?
No.
I should get going.
Come back soon.
Okay.
And the winner is
I need the
you.
key.
Polly is a stupid bird. Polly is a stupid bird.
The hands move.
Okay. Right.
If I want to look around in there, I'm going to need a flashlight.
Felicity, the door! The door!
So, did you find what you were looking for in that secret passageway?
Let's just say you live in a very interesting house.
I don't want to hear. It's so scary to think people can be looking about behind these walls. But you shouldn't tell anyone about them either. If you do, they'll probably close them off and say they're too dangerous.
Do you have a flashlight?
A flashlight? Oh, Nancy, flashlight is an American term. In the UK, we call it a torch. I don't have one, but I do have a whole bunch of glow sticks. If you want one, you have to play a game with me. That's the rule. This is a game I bought in Arizona. You have to make as many matches as possible. On your mark, get set, go!
Yay. Okay. I hate this. I hate being timed on stuff. Yes! Whoo! CJ, hey, welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it.
Fanfare, please. Here's your glow stick. If this one goes out, I'll let you play for another one.
Yay.
I should get going.
Au revoir.
The time has come.
That doesn't look like a curse. Barber, and a picture of a parrot. I wonder if Lulu has something to do with this.
I'm gonna climb up all these stairs. Whoops, gotta talk to the bird.
Hello?
Does the word barber mean anything to you?
What's the magic word?
Thank you.
Ding! Sorry, that is incorrect.
Ding.
Lulu, what magic word? Magic word, magic word, magic word. A deal's a deal.
The word annoying comes to mind.
Ding! Sorry, that is incorrect. Magic word, magic word, magic word. A deal's a deal.
Okay. I guess I'll go try to figure out what the magic word is.
Cheerio. Polly is a stupid bird. Polly is a stupid bird.
Yes?
Do you know anything about Lulu's magic word?
Magic word? Oh, yes. You see, my brother and grandfather would play a word game with Lulu. I never understood how it was played, but they'd play for hours. Lulu would sometimes grow sullen and refuse to play the game anymore unless they told her that... Oh, what was it that they'd have to tell her? It's perched on the tip of my tongue. Ah, they had to tell Lulu that she was a very, very clever and beautiful bird.
Goodbye.
Good day. Why, look! Another shoot! What a good philodendron you are!
Wow. Okay.
Top of the morning to you, matey.
I know the magic word.
Magic word, magic word. What's the magic word?
Lulu is a very, very clever and beautiful bird.
Clever and beautiful. How true, clever and beautiful.
Easy, Lulu. You're hurting my ears.
So, what's your word?
Barber.
Please.
Bye, bird.
Bob's your uncle.
There we go. I think, if I'm correct, I can do all of them now since I have the walkthrough. I know all the words. I thought it clicked. Dang it. There we go.
It looks like the rest of this grid is on the other side of the wall.
Okay, now we need to go talk to Linda.
You gave me such a fright. What were you doing in there?
I found a secret passage off of the East Hall.
So I suspected. These old homes usually have a secret passageway or two. But I must insist that you no longer play in these areas. They can be extremely dangerous.
But I'm curious about where they lead.
Well, we wouldn't want you to end up like the proverbial cat, would we, Nancy? Please heed my warning. It would be terrible if something happened to you.
Have you seen the book in Jane's room called the Mutus Liber?
Yes, the silent book. It's quite fascinating and very old. Jane's grandfather left it with me to give to her.
It almost seems as if it's telling some kind of story.
Yes, but a long-lost story whose meaning will probably never be understood.
What you're teaching Jane looks pretty rigorous, but interesting.
I believe young people need to have a well-rounded education and learn what every other Penvillin should know.
Have you ever heard the legend about the Beast of Blackmoor?
Of course. Everyone who grows up in these parts knows it. But it's just a myth, one that unfortunately proved to be quite damaging to the Penvillins.
Damaging to the Penvillins?
Well, yes. Eleanor Penvillin was executed because the villagers believed that she had created the beast. Things cannot get much more damaging than that.
Do you know much about the Penvillin family history?
Only that they were a very well-respected and talented family. Many of my ancestors were tutors of some of the Penvillins, and I feel very honored to continue that tradition.
Well, I won't keep you any longer.
Goodbye, Nancy.
Polly is a stupid
What else are we gonna go
Polly
do
is a
now?
stupid
I forget. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, Linda. I completely forgot about that.
Linda, I found the secret passageway. Jane told me where it is, but I didn't see any curse in there.
How could you have missed it? It was right there, just waiting to be found, wanting to be found. I can't believe how foolish I was. That stupid gargoyle. I hated how its evil eyes would stare at me whenever I walked to my room. So I moved it around, changed its position, kept fiddling with it. But when that secret door suddenly opened, I couldn't resist going in there.
Which gargoyle is this?
What do you mean, which gargoyle? I thought you said you found the secret passageway.
So there's more than one. Linda, I think someone's trying to scare you off. I think they thought you were getting too close to something that's hidden in this house.
You're right. I did get too close to something. That witch that was burned at the stake. She's cursed me, and she's probably cursed you too.
I'll see you soon.
I hope so.
I'll bet that's the gargoyle Linda was talking about. And it looks just like the one in that painting I saw. Something tells me I'd better not mess with this until I know what I'm doing.
Hello, Nancy.
Who is the man in the Great Hall with the gargoyle?
That's Corbin Penvelin, born in 1670 and died in 1741, I believe. He was Eleanor's grandson and spent his life in France. It was rumored that he secretly returned to Blackmoor to continue his grandmother's experiments in the mystical arts.
Where can I find his coat of arms?
I didn't realize you were so interested in Penvelin history. I'd be happy to show you his coat of arms, but I'm in dire need of a typist. Perhaps, if you can help me out, I can find that which you seek.
It's a deal. What do you want me to do?
Perhaps first we should see how fast you type. This program will rate your speed. Just type the characters that appear on the screen. If you're good enough, I'll let you type up my memoirs, and then I'll let you see the coat of arms.
My wrist hurt. Oh, hurry up already!
Excellent score. Now, here's what I'd like you to type up. These are my memoirs. I think you'll find them quite interesting.
These are the most boring memoirs I've ever read in my life. Phew, done. Finally. I feel like I've been typing forever. Nigel! Nigel!
Hey, Auntie, thanks much for your work. Here's your reward. Attached is a sketch of Corbin's crest that I found in the Chateau de Foutu in France. I would never find a picture of it here in Blackmoor.
No key without toil, no fire without oil. No key without toil, no fire without oil. No key without toil, no fire without oil. No key without toil.
What are they
no
doing?
fire without oil.
Oh yeah, my actions ensure that my name will endure to the end. Penvelin.
That was a little creepy.
I did it perfect that time, didn't I? Well, almost perfect.
You did very well. But remember, this must remain a secret. Do not discuss it with anyone.
Yes, Ethel.
And don't forget, you have a maths exam tomorrow.
Yes, Ethel.
And be sure to brush your teeth.
Yes, Ethel. Good night.
Now time to go to sleep.
Linda? Tell me again how you opened up that secret passageway.
Not on your life. I've already said too much.
Is there anything I can get for you?
A well full of nice cold water sounds good. My mouth is so dry and I always seem to be thirsty. And I get so hungry. You should go.
Why?
I said go. Now! Get out! Do you hear me? Get out!
Okay, I'm going, okay. That's actually kind of creepy. I don't think I've heard that before. Wow.
Yes?
I think Ethel is trying to recruit Jane into some kind of secret society.
Oh, for heaven's sake, child. Where did you ever get such nonsense?
I saw Ethel and Jane performing this ritual in the Great Hall in the middle of the night.
Poppycock! A ritual in the middle of the night? Young lady, I will not abide such wild stories. Imagine Ethel Bossany recruiting my grandniece into some kind of secret society. Next thing you'll be saying Linda has been cursed by some roving spirit, or that we have ghosts prowling about.
Right. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you.
The pleasure is all mine, child.
Hello! Oh, I almost forgot to thank you for typing my manuscript. Was Corbin's coat of arms helpful?
Yes, it was. But why isn't his coat of arms in Blackmoor?
Probably because he never lived in Blackmoor. After Eleanor was executed, the Penvillans lived in France until Philippe returned in 1714. The coat of arms is quite extraordinary. In fact, several of the Penvillan heraldry are distinct in that they contain unconventional, conventions. Let me take a look at that photo. See here. The shooting stars symbolize Corbin's heritage, since Randolph the Red's shield also contains this imagery. But the formation is quite intriguing. The shield is divided in 8 sections, but some sections contain no imagery. Moreover, the unbalance between Dexter and Sinister is quite baffling.
Dexter and Sinister?
Sorry, that's a term used for describing heraldry. Dexter is Latin for right hand, and Sinister means left. It gets even more confusing because this describes the sides from the coat of arms point of view. So we'd say there are 2 shooting stars in the upper Sinister or left-hand corner.
What do you think of Ethel Bossany?
I think she's an odd lot, that one. She has no formal background in pedagogy or scholarship. I would be a much better influence on Jane were I her tutor, but Mrs. Drake insists on employing Ethel.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Tally-ho!
Now time to deal with this thing. But that's